Hi Virgo, welcome to my YouTube channel, Moon Jasper Gem. And if you're visiting me from my Facebook pages, that's also the same name, Moon Jasper Gem. And if you haven't checked them both out, go ahead and do that, please. Please like, subscribe, and share. And also like and follow my pages. So I've decided that at the last reading that I did for you guys, I'm doing this new thing now. I'm into numerology, and I don't always incorporate it in here, so I wanted to do that for the collective for Virgo, because your last reading that I did for you, I calculated the length, so I'm going to go over that. I also have two pre-shuffled decks here, tarot. I'm going to do a general and love reading for you guys, and Happy New Year. Hope everybody's doing well. What else do I want to say? Let's see. All right, let's start with the numerology. So this could be for, all right, this is all my messages. I ask the Holy Spirit of energies of love and light only to bring forth messages for the collective zodiac sign of Virgo. And my intentions are going to be for January and February 2021. Happy New Year. But it is timeless. So everybody goes through their experiences at different times. So what I want to say is that um, for your last reading that I did, your length of time was a 1408. So I'd break that up into numerology. So that could be for the past, it could be for the present or the future, this message for some of you, or all of you, whoever it is. So 14, first we're going to represent temperance. It's a representation of the angel above being divinely guided. Whether you ask for this help or not, you're receiving it. So that's really nice to know. If you add the 4 and the 1, it's a 5. That's because there were challenges. There could be challenges in any way. It could be what's happening in the world. It could be personally for you, both, one or the other, past, present, or future. So 5 could be challenges with it yourself, being in your ego, trying to decipher how to approach a situation or how to think, going exploring your options in your mind. But it could also be conflicts with other people, conflicts on disagreements, not always compromising, because the angel calls you to, if I say you or I or us, I'm tuning into your energy. So the angel calls us to take a careful blending of the heart and the mind, come up with a practical solution, and to be patient and have compromise. But I also add in the soul, because what helps you, your soul's growth, is also important, as well as your growth here on the earth and in between lives and everything else. So it's asking you to be patient in all that you do, be patient with yourself and others, to try to stay in the moment, try to make plans for yourself, and not to be overwhelmed by it, because challenges come and go in life. It's part of our experience, it's karma, and it will pass. Also, when you take the eight is strength. It represents being able to have the strength and know the difference that if you want something done, besides for doing it yourself, you have to have patience with yourself again and people, and strength. Over time is how you're going to tame all of those emotions, tame a situation that's not, blending where it's everybody's like happy and harmonious. But you can't always have that. But at the same time, you say to yourself, well, I need to take a step back, I need to take a breath, and I need to have patience, because people will look to you for advice, your loyalty, you're there for them. So that's the strength card, is to move forward with love, kindness, and patience. Although sometimes it's okay to take out some time for yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So if you add it all together, it's 13. I'm not done adding it all together yet. So we're up to 13. 13 represents the death card. So that means that some of you, or all of you, or whatever, going through this transformation. This transformation that, it's like an illusion, it's like what you perceive is what you're going to get. What you put out, you're going to receive. So you have to try to perceive it from other angles, because you know that sometimes when you're dealing with death, you say to yourself, I think it's over. It's not going to happen. I'm done. I'm exhausted. Or you think, oh, it's okay. I'm fighting it. Whether it's a real death, and if it is, I'm very sorry. But it's also representing in this world a transformation, saying, let bygones be bygones. What's no longer good for you, or something needs a revamp. It's saying you have to go through a dark place sometimes to see the light, you know? So that's 13, going through your death and your transformation. It could be you or people around you believe it's you, and when it ultimately, when you add it all up, it comes to 4. And 4 is 11, 11. And that is, you know, up in your level. That is like a graduation. I've been through this experience. I understand it now. And until we do and grasp it, we'll repeat it now, later, in the next life, whenever it is. Better to deal with it now and get through it, And I always say, guide gently, whether it's you or someone else, guiding gently to the celebration of this new year. Being that it's a new year and everything that's happening, finding a new way that works and to proceed forward, to have peace and harmonious, times within yourself and with the people that you love. So 4 is a true celebration. It's also upping a level in relationships, in one person in love. It's a marriage. It's being more committed to things that really matter, getting through that transformation. So I pre-shuffled, but I'm just going to take one deck right now, because right here I knew when to stop, because this represents you, represents Virgo. It also, to me, represents Sagittarius, because Sagittarius and Virgo are very wise. They go within their thoughts. They're philosophical. They reason things out. They take a step back. Maybe sometimes they might jump in and, blurt out, think they know that the answer for themselves or for others. But then when they really think about it, they think about all the aspects, and they come back and they have a really good answer. They have a good compromise. They have a good way of solution to allow it to move forward in a pleasant way. This could represent a wise older person, doesn't have to be older, no matter your age, but it represents that we don't know everything. Even sometimes we do. You do something and it works, you keep doing it, but if it doesn't work, you have to take a step back, take time out, reflect. And even this person who's older and wise, many throughout this life, and maybe even others, probably. You can only take one step at a time. So guiding the way, whether this is you alone, taking one step to know that that's all you could predict and it's going to be okay. And then also it could be you or someone lighting a light for you, guiding you. But I feel it's divinely guided for you as well. So energies of love and light only. General love messages for Virgo. Here we go. Okay, so we're dealing with a soulmate. This could be a Gemini, but this is somebody you could bare your heart and soul with. So maybe some of you took some time out, whether it's in love, one person, or in general from people. Somebody who offered something, an emotional message, and someone that wasn't interested. Maybe because you're just tired, you're exhausted, you're fed up, you just don't believe it's true. You're ignoring it. But it's a gift. It's a gift from above to say, I'm offering you a cup of love. That can be emotionally fulfilling in anywhere in your life. But maybe some of you aren't sure about that because you're going through transformation and you're starting to think, well, I want a spiritual love, someone who I feel myself with, I could bare my heart and soul with. Who is this person? You're either taking a time out from them, you're thinking about it, or you're wanting to move to the next level. But right now there's an offer on the table and they're not denying it or receiving it, which could be you or them. So this is really beautiful. This is from generation over time, we built up, and look at what we've become, two just like each other. Open-minded, same thoughts, same morals, same values. I've waited for you my whole life. I've seen you in many lifetimes, and we have a connection. Could be a soul contract or something. Maybe some of you are not interested because it's not exactly where it should be yet, but take your time with patience and strength and wisdom and move forward after you've thought about it. So what's in the root of this for you guys? Came upside down, but I don't usually read them. So this is the gift from above. This is a pure victory in knowledge and understanding. Okay, and when I don't always read upside down on purpose, but it flew out that way. So I'm going to tell you that there's something that needs to be understood better, clear communication. If this is love, it could be options, or you're confused about options in your situation, whether it is love or just every day or how you want to live your life, work, family, friends. You say, well, I have options, but not all those options will work. So you have to take one at a time. But in order to have this gift turned around, this is expressing exactly how you feel with love and compassion. Okay, don't leave the cup out of it. Don't leave the emotions out of it, because it could be hurtful, whether it's you or somebody else. This could represent air, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but it doesn't have to. This represents that I give you this gift of sword, of knowledge and clarity to move forward and to have guidance from above and also possibly here in this world with people. And you're going to have an enlightenment and you're going to be clear about your decisions and your knowledge. Not to be rash about it, but to take one day at a time. That's in your root, putting it right side up. You still got soulmate, could be a soulmate. Maybe some of you are saying, I'm not interested because I know what they're into. I mean, I really feel like a soulmate with them, but sometimes we find our twin flame soulmates. They could come in as a lover. They could come as a friend, family, if somebody's passing through your life. Soulmates are so many different things. But when you're going to be an option, whether it's you or them, someone doesn't want it. Because two people, I just said this the other day to somebody, but it comes to mind, so I'm going to tell you, two people have to be on board for a relationship, no matter what kind it is, love or friendship or family, friends. You're both two people in love. They come and they decide, I would like to date you, and I don't want to date anybody else. Do you agree with that? Do you feel the same way? Because when two people agree to something, it might change down the line, but that's what communication. That's the clear communication, expressing how you feel and what you want, because there's nothing wrong with it. People don't know, so you express it kindly. You have the people come together. There's something there. There's a spark. Maybe there's others involved, and then you discuss it. You give it time. You wonder, maybe we're not going to rush in and we're going to see other people at first, but now, whether it's in the beginning of it or in the middle of it or whatever, you're going to say, I don't want to be an option, or they're going to say, I don't want to be an option. I feel myself with you when I feel home with you. That's one scenario, and then you plan from there and take it from there. You're on the same page. Then second option is, I want to date you, but I want to date other people, and both should be discussed clearly. And then you decide, okay, I could do that. I don't mind dating other people because I enjoy being with you and I, myself and everything. Maybe it's not going to last, but maybe two people really feel that way. They can go on forever that way. But it's two people deciding. One person can't be an option and the other person is saying, no, I just want to be with you. See, look, the devil's peeking out there. This is because it was a toxic situation. But this is like your soulmate, but it's toxic, whether there's third parties, you feel a pull or drawing, you want to magnetism, just being sucked in spite of knowing the truth. You're in denial, maybe. You know it, but some of you are saying no more. I'm not interested then. Okay. But that's toxic. It doesn't last forever. It feels good for the moment, but it's not going to last. So if you're that 1 second scenario where you don't mind, you're just going to date around, and that's fine. But if it's something you're looking for long term, it's not going to be good. So moving to your past is saying, look, you have a second chance. You have this is now a second gift from above. This is you. This is an offer being made, or you're considering your options, but whatever it is, it's going to be stable and solid, whether this is coming into you or not, but it's calling you to rise above because you're being divinely guided, whether it's everyday life or whether this is one love person. You're being divinely guided to have a second chance, possibly somebody that you already knew in this life or you were dating or you are, possibly from somebody from another lifetime, or it could be a brand new person saying you have a second chance to have a solid, stable offer that's grounded, that's rooted, and you're going to be the option. You're going to be the choice, not the option, or they're going to be. That's the difference. But this is something that you thought was death. You thought it was, and it's having a new resurrection. If you have the strength because of the past, it didn't work out, and you want to go ahead and try again, that's okay. Because you don't know unless you try. You got to get through it, got to go through the journey. If it ends up not working, this clarity and this communication is what's going to keep it going or not. And yes, we continue, or no, it's not going to work. And whatever you have to say, if that's in your mind and heart and soul, but having a beautiful second chance, something you didn't think was nice, is going to work. Somebody still, again, with the cup hold, this is the 4 representing somebody who's holding on, holding back. Maybe they're scared, but really you're focusing. Somebody's focusing on you. And they want a victory, you or them. They want a victory in this. They're just holding back, but I think that offer's coming. This is a beautiful offer. So the future of this for you guys, man or woman, whoever's watching me today. So, oh, look, some beautiful cards. Okay, so the Queen of Wands came out. Although this represents fire, Leo, Sag, or Aries. It also represents the energy. Could be you or someone else. The future of this. This is someone who's not afraid to be brave and say exactly how they think and feel, like I said. But remember, whether you're air or fire, or any sign, not to be too blunt to get your point across. That means don't let it build up, your emotions, because then they'll pour out and it might not come out the right way. It's just to stay light, fun, and airy and be in the moment, the present moment. And if you make it exciting and fun, people or that person will want to be with you. They say maybe this was a break before and now someone's coming in. They're offering the solid, stable offer for you. They want it. Could be a date. This could be an inheritance. This could be a job. But this person right here is coming to your future, whether it's your energy that you're taking on. Okay, because she looks for a counterpart. Yes, she likes to have fun and be in the moment. She's not afraid to have more than one option. But if any of you are thinking about settling down, then you'd have to think what's going to be a higher calling in it. Will it last for a long time? But you do have the angel that I've been talking about all day. This could represent a Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be. It could represent just somebody healing after that unstable situation or that transformation, blending the heart, mind, and soul, calming everything down, which is really nice. And you have somebody was up and very worried about something or someone, but you're being enlightened, so not to worry because the truth will, you'll figure out what the one thing is that you have to work on with it. If it's more than one thing, then you'll deal with it one at a time if it's worth the relationship. But right behind this beautiful angel, you have lots of love messages coming in, you know, or trying to say, don't worry, but there's going to be a compromise here. This could also be fat, where it's like not moving now, it's fast movement. It's all of a sudden it took off because the Queen of Wands, she never sits around. This queen is out. She does, she's up at 5 in the morning. This could be your energy, and she just keeps going, never stops. You could be having this energy. You have to take some time to have some fun, communicate, with love, and have passion with it and adventure. What's your advice here? Okay. There's a couple other ones wanted to stick out. So you do have the High Priestess. So somebody has a mental connection or thinking of you or you're thinking of them. Put yourself in another person's shoes and see how they're thinking and feeling. A quiet, intuitive, not so loud, because the Queen of Wands can be very loud. But to know that your advice is always loved and appreciated. But sometimes maybe you have to wait to give it. Hold back a little bit to wait because they're going to come to you for that advice because they look up to you as a mentor. In the back here, there was some trickery going on, maybe in the home. Somebody was left behind. Somebody wasn't counted. Somebody was heartbroken. They really had to see it and through a different perspective. Maybe this hurt was first like intentional. They were sad or hurt or angry, whether it was you or them. But then you saw things in a different perspective. The hangman. And then you said, I'm not going to let this lying, cheating, stealing, whatever, manipulation or whatever it was that was going on happen to affect the family or the relationship, the love. Saying, I have to give equally. This represents you. Equally. Sometimes we can't give perfectly equally because sometimes people can't give as much as you, or this is you giving more or giving more to one and not another if there's options. But it's saying to give equally, right? Or to give to just one and drop, if it's love, to drop that third party and just give to one because otherwise it's not fair for both not seeing things eye to eye. But somebody's trying to get away with something here. So I don't know. And this is a soulmate from the past, but it's somebody who really makes you or them, they make you feel really like at home, like your kids again. Like you could just have fun, you could be yourself, like that soulmate again. But you're like, not if it's going to be manipulative, not if there's communication. The communication isn't clear. But this is given equally. Drop somebody, or somebody needs to drop somebody on third party. Sometimes when you're here and you're helping others, it's so appreciative. And it's okay that sometimes if you don't have a lot and you're lacking or feeling left out, that somebody could reach out to you as well and they could give to you because You know, that's what friends and family and loved ones are for, your loved one. You know, you can't be 50-50 all the time. Maybe you're going to be more one day and they're going to have less energy or less time or patience, and it's going to be the other way around. That's because lifting each other up. So, what's a possible outcome for you guys in this message is here for you today? See, it wanted to come out. It's wanted to come out. So, this is saying that you have to give equally in everything, whether this is in love, time, effort, finances, you know, resources. Somebody was trying to get away with something, you know, maybe they were telling you that it's going to be solid and stable, but it wasn't because you knew what was going on. It's like you saw behind the veil, and you're not going to, you know, you're holding back, but you're this energy cannot hold back for long. It's going to come out. But like I said, just express yourself from your heart, from your mind and your soul, so it doesn't sound, whether it's you or them, you know, harsh, you know, but just tell them how you feel. You know, this is not going to work for me, and the reason why, or I'm unhappy with this or that. You know, I could live with this, but not that, you know, whether it's you or them. One more. You had 3 gifts. The only one that didn't come out is the Ace of Cups, which, because somebody wasn't sure if they should take that offer. But this is a new, exciting passion adventure. Once you drop all that, go through your transformation, and you're clear about how you feel and what you want to move forward with, you suddenly realize, wow, it's loving and passionate. Taken off with it. Very fiery and loving and passionate. And on the bottom, this could represent a Cancerian, but it represents somebody once they make their decision with this person from the past or these ideas or this situation, they take off and they know because they're intuitive. It's moving forward with confidence, leaving anything in the past that wronged you, that wasn't truthful, that didn't give you the time, energy, and love and patience, that's tricking you, that's trying to fool you with the magician that showed. When you're putting out the intentions, whether it's you or them, you put it out with good intentions, love and light, because whatever you put out will come back. You'll take off, go around, you'll come right back to it again. So that's why when you're moving forward with confidence and know that you were fair and you made it. You worked really hard, and this became a growth. You grew this. You grew this until you ran a whole empire. Well, until you were fully abundant. But look, somebody finally took the cup. So that's really nice. It could be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Doesn't have to be, because if somebody was juggling too, or had a lot on their plate, and you know they didn't have time. But I think it's also the third party. It's like dropping one. You know, it's dropping one and finally opening up emotionally and offering it, and you're still there. Huh. So the idea about this reading right here is that before you're going to take your cup or offer it to anybody, you're going to take some time out. You're going to do your research. You're going to say, well, is this going to be a short-term or a long-term thing? Do I have the energy for this? So some of you will be searching for just to have fun and get out there. And some of you are going to be searching for a long-time partner or long-term stability in the situation. Okay, here I stopped for, and it was the angel from before. See? Temperance, beautiful. Oh, and right underneath it is the one that you didn't get earlier. You got it here. This is fully being emotionally satisfied. You finally took that cup, which is really beautiful, or offered it. It's like you took a chance. And you know, with all chances, it hurts times, but if you don't give love, you can't receive it. And if you don't, you know, you have 2 people here sticking out, which is the the King of Swords and the King of Cups. So that's taking a perfect blend. Take the perfect blend of the heart, the mind, and the soul. It's amazing. And then you should move forward quickly with your ideas and your adventures. That's really nice. And not to feel lack, because you are going to build for a stronger foundation. That third party is going to be dropped. When you step through, you're going to be ready. 7 of Swords. Okay, so let's see what else is coming out for you. In love, Virgo. See? 2 of Pentacles. The Magician. Okay? Somebody's working really hard to try to make their way towards you. It's actually being divinely guided. Even if something doesn't work forever, it's part of your journey. It's experiences. It's a process of elimination, going through things, or just trial and error. Just see what works, what you like and don't like, you know. But this right here is stating, this is you. Maybe you're juggling. You're saying, what can I keep? What can I drop? What's important? What's, a higher calling? Putting your intentions out to the universe because you have all the tools, even though it might feel heavy at times. You can handle it. Choices do you want to? So, who's coming towards you in love? So you have the Three of Cups and the Knight of Staves. Still got Temperance. You have here the Seven of Cups, which is the options, and there was a challenge with that or competition in it because you got the Five of Wands here, Staves. So here's a person racing in. They're racing in to share something with you, whether it's behind closed doors in the bedroom, whether it's an idea or a thought, but they're coming racing in. Not always stable, usually not. They come and go really quick. They want to have fun with you. They want to celebrate. But see, there could be a third party involved, knowing that that person's not going to, whatever they did in the past, you know they're going to do it again because it's hard for people to change. They change when they want to, you know. But I guess when they say they want to is a start. That's communication. Then they have to show the actions. So, okay, what energy will you have towards this person? This could also be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius, um, Leo, Sag, or Aries. And then that, I think, is representing you. But it could also be other earth signs, too. So not only for you, Virgo, but it could also be Capricorn and or Taurus. What's on your mind here for this relationship? Okay, so the Empress. This is planting the seed and taking over time with the King of Pentacles, having that patience, planting the seed over time and building to a strong foundation. Because you guys are about that. You're not afraid to have fun. You're not afraid to take chances and adventures. But you're also thinking about your future and what's going to be long term. Okay, because that's a beautiful couple. This is somebody who plants a seed and then he will cultivate it because he believes in the institution of marriage and family. And she is the mother of all images. She's the queen of queens. The Nine of Swords, again, being worried up at night. Not to. If it's meant, it's going to happen. You're being divinely guided. So beautiful. But you do feel a solid, stable, commitment here. That's on your mind. What's on this person's mind for you? So that could be you for, Virgo. It probably is. Judgment. Somebody was judging something, but somebody is also rising up, rising above it because it's so passionate. The Ace of Wands, stats, you got it again. So passionate about it. It's having that second chance. Racing in to tell you. Racing in to celebrate with you. What brings you guys together? The Nine of Cups. It's a wish fulfillment. You guys are both wanting each other. It's exciting, passionate, and it's emotionally fulfilling. It's really nice. But the Three of Staves here, it's like you're kind of looking out into the horizon to see where it's going to go, if it's going to happen or not. It's very exciting. There's three. I mean, somebody's got to drop one or two people to make this happen. But you're both each other's wish, so that's really nice. Possible outcome for you guys in this relationship. Back to the Four of Cups where you started. Somebody is holding back because they know they don't want to go through it. Or maybe it's another relationship from the past, but here's your soulmate right here, even though it's not your element. It's the King of Staves or Wands, which came out earlier as the Queen. So you guys have options, whether it's you or them. Somebody has options here. Maybe you just have to communicate it. I want to just be with one person and hope and that they agree to that. Or I want to see other people, and that's okay too, if that's what the option is that you both agree upon. You have to try to be with somebody who's more like you, Not to be boring or anything, and pick somebody who's just stable or whatever. Because you want fun, you have to get somebody who's can stimulate your mind, body, and soul. It's always not always easy to find. But okay, let me just see. I'm going to ask for another one here. So it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's like it's timing. It's your karma. It's karmic. And if it hasn't happened for you now, it's going to happen. The Nine of Pentacles. This is you in final on your own. Represents you in the purest form. Saying, I alone stand independent. You have all the coins. There's only one more missing. And you're looking for it, or it's okay if you don't have it right now because you'll wait. You'll wait until it's your time. Whether it's love, money, relationship, finances, home, family, whatever it is, it's one more thing. Four of Swords. You guys are taking a time out, contemplating to have more clarity, which is like we said earlier, going through your death transformation, really. So, because it is a good time to do that in the new year. Okay? Don't take a leap of faith if you know for sure it's unstable, obviously. Don't block your heart out completely. Give it a try. That's beautiful, you guys. The Ten of Wands or Staves, saying you're almost there. You got two tens. That's judgment, but you have two tens. That means that it's almost timing. It's timing. And to be patient and to know that you're almost able to lay down all those burdens that you don't need to carry anymore and juggle. Look, so you did, even though this is fire element, it is a passionate twin flame, passionate soulmate. It has to be very clear about that. Can't go wrong with that. It's exciting. It's it's not boring, that's for sure. So it's almost complete. That means your journey and this experience, emotionally, physically, mentally, almost through. One more. The Queen of Cups. You didn't come out in these, just in the male form, but male or female. But it is a relationship. It could be you, and then you have the Empress. The Empress could also be a male, representing a male, even though it's male or female. The High Priestess, the Ten of Swords, and so you have a lot of tens too. That it's almost to an ending. Whether you're ending all this situation or this person, or whether it's a new beginning and a transformation together, that's for you to decide. But you're definitely contemplating on it, because the Ten of Swords is like being backstabbed. It's like you thought it was dead, but then now it's reviving too. So putting behind you people, places, and things that are no longer good for you, one at a time if you need to. The Queen of Cups moves forward confidently with love and compassion and not afraid to show their heart, even after heartbreak. So show your true heart, mind, and soul. Communicate clearly with what you want, whether it's love or in your daily life. It seems like, you're going through a lot of changes here, physically, emotionally, or one or the other. But ultimately, you're having a second chance to nurture and be nurtured. Take that cup and have a second chance. Be your true self. Take time out so you could fill your cup up again. I liked your reading today. There's a lot going on, but overall it was really good. Going through your emotions, your challenges, and dealing with people, places, and things that love, having options or choosing whether it was you or them. But ultimately, it's like who helps you be truly you. Maybe somebody who's a little different than you, make it a little interesting, to be passionate, mind, body, and soul, and to move forward knowing someone's got your back in a good way. So, hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe, like, and share. Until the next time, wherever you are in the world, day, night, evening, wherever. Happy New Year. Bye now.